Now then, my friends, if you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying this British summertime that we've got. My word, it is wet. I've never known a summertime so wet. And we're supposed to have global warming. Can we have some in the UK, please? Blooming heck, it's raining cats and dogs. Anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're here for the food and the journey and a little bit of banter. Now then, I've driven from Leeds to Mansfield and Mansfield to Leeds probably over, well, thousands of times in the last 10 to 15 years. And I've driven past a place called The Pod, which is a little diner, greasy spoon if you want to call it, at the side of the road. Junction 29 of the M1, where you get off to go to Mansfield. Probably better off just keep on going if I was you, but there we go. Don't go to Mansfield. I'm just kidding, people of Mansfield. I can always take the mickey out of my own hometown. But I've driven past it. It's called The Pod. It's like a porter cabin, greasy spoon, and I've never really took much notice of it, to be honest. I've just driven past and seen it, and as a guy who reviews food, it's never gone into my head and thought, oh, I'll review that. However, I looked it up the other day and I thought, I'll just have a look at that, and it gets excellent reviews. They do breakfasts, they do breakfast rolls, they do homemade curries, they do homemade food, they do cakes, all sorts of stuff, and it gets a fantastic write-up. And I thought, why have you never pulled in to review that? And I'm going down there now, so I thought that's what we'll do then. So we're going to go to The Pod today, Junction 29 of the M1, greasy spoon. Where did that come from, by the way? Greasy spoon. Answer that in the comment section down below. Now then, so we're going to go there today. We're going to mark it out of 10. I want you guys to mark it out of 10 as well, on looks, price and location, etc., and my facial expressions. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Now then, question for you. A couple of episodes ago, I filmed a video where I was at James May's pub and I had a burger. Comments were very interesting on that one because it went from comments such as excellent value for money, fantastic, what a great burger, I'd definitely pay for that, I'm gonna take a journey up there myself and I'm gonna have a look at it. And then on the flip side, I'd got ones where I could buy 20 burgers from Chris Higgett's in Blackpool for that. Not a chance. 20 quid? I could actually buy the ingredients and do that myself for a lot less. How much? All these different comments. It was the polar opposite of each other. Now, and I figured it out as well, and it was people from the south saying it was great value for money, but people from the north and the Midlands, like myself, saying, wow, that's expensive, I could do that myself for less. Is there, now answer this question, is there a north-south divide? And are people in the north more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not tighter, I don't want to use the word tighter, I want a word, what's the word I want to use? More, well, careful with their money, rather than, you know, is frivolent, is that a word? Anyway, is there a north-south divide, and are people in the south, have they got more disposable income than people in the north? Because there apparently, so the government says, isn't a north-south divide, but I believe there is. What do you think? Pop it in the comment section down below. I personally think that it was worth it, to be honest, and it's a treat. I'm not saying go to James May's pub every day, but if you're down that way and you want to journey out, it's nice. And would I spend £20 on a burger every day? No, I wouldn't. But as a treat, you know, I think it's quite nice, and it was a lovely part of the world. So is there a north-south divide? Pop it in the comment section down below. Crikey, I can hardly see. The weather is that bad. I know the weather's probably better down south. Come on, onwards. I also went to Guy Ritchie's airfield. If you didn't see that one, have a look at that one, because it was quite interesting. It was a really nice breakfast cob, or breakfast bap, or breakfast bread cake, whatever. We're not going into that. Never know what to call it. I always call it a cob. Anyway, if you've not seen that, have a look at that. The link's up there somewhere, and I'll put the link at the end as well, because it is an interesting one. But yet again, there was comments on that one, and is it a north-south divide thing? Because a lot of people were saying, yeah, fantastic, look lovely. A lot of other people saying I could get them ingredients and put it together myself for a lot cheaper. But the thing was, it was the whole experience. It was going out for the day, going to the airfield, watching planes take off and land, eating the food and having a little burger or whatever with the breakfast roll and whatever it was. And it was great. It was good quality. It was nice service. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, to be honest. So if you've not seen that one, have a look at that one. Also, in the comments, somebody said to me, oh, you should go to Neil Morris's pub. He's got a pub, and I checked it out somewhere near Stoke-on-Trent, and it looks fantastic. I think it's called the Plume of Feathers or something, by with Neil Morrissey. That's it. So you've got, and it's everything with Neil Morrissey. So fish and chips with Neil Morrissey, you know, steak and ale pie with Neil Morrissey, and it's the Plume of Feathers with Neil Morrissey. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to that. So later this week, I'm going to go to Neil Morrissey's pub in Stoke-on-Trent, probably going to have the fish and chips, going to mark it out of 10 and have a look around that place. So if you've got any other suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below, but keep an eye out for that one, because it looks really good. And I like Neil Morrissey. He was the voice for Bob the Builder, wasn't he? And for me, he was in Boone. He'll always be the other guy in Boone with Michael Elphick and Neil Morrissey. And of course, Men Behaving Badly as well. So there you go. That's where I'm going to go later on this week. So keep an eye out for that one. Come on, onwards, my friends. Now then, I just want to say thank you, by the way, because I went to the, was it the Runway pub or the airport pub in Manchester the other week. I did a video on that. If you've not seen that, have a look at that as well. But a lot of you out there said you need to go to the Airport Visitors Centre in Manchester if you're going to take your lad with you and your little girl. And I went at the weekend with Sarah, Harriet and James, and we went on Concorde and had a look around Concorde. I think it was £6 each to have a look at Concorde. We had a little bite to eat in the cafe there, etc., and it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So for the people that recommended that to me, I didn't film it. I went there with the family, and I just had a really great time at the weekend. Saw all the planes taking off and landing. So if you want to go, and I'm trying to think whether it was as good though as the actual airport pub itself. It's difficult to say. I thought the planes coming in to land at the airport pub, it was really good. But the Airport Visitors Centre, you actually got to see Concorde, and you got to see them taking off as well. So I want to say go to both, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And what I really enjoyed was having a look around Concorde, because for me that was the greatest aeroplane of all time, and a feat of engineering by the British and the French there. It was fantastic. And we've gone back in time, really, haven't we? We've gone back in time now to taking 7 or 8 hours to get to New York from was it 2 hours or 2 hours 50 or something, the quickest transatlantic crossing in it. It was brilliant. Anyway, thank you for that, and if you've got any more suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, I've got coming up, if you didn't catch it, I'm going to be flying a plane, because one of my viewers has said, oh, we've got a flying school, would you like to come along and have a go in a plane? And I said, yeah, I'd love that. So I'm doing that later on this week, weather permitting, because that's up in Manchester, and I'll be filming that, so keep an eye out for that one. And we're going to go into the cafe after. Here we go, always somebody ringing while I'm filming. Anyway, come on, onwards my friends. Right, let's turn this milk float off. So here we are at the pod. Now, as I say, I've been past this place thousands of times and I've never actually been in, but then I did my research and it's supposed to be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely have a shot every time I say absolutely. Anyway, let's turn this milk float off, get in there and mark this out of 10. I don't know what I'm gonna have, to be honest. It's 11:50, gone past breakfast. Well, we'll have a look at the menu and we'll see. Well, it'll be a bit of a surprise. Well, actually it won't, probably say in the title. Anyway, milk float off, let's get out of here. Right, so here we are at the pod, just off Junction 29, the exit for Mansfield, you know, God's own country. Anyway, here we are at the pod. I've been in, I've done a bit of a recce, I've spoke to the lady in there as well. They did do a special which was a curry, but that isn't on today. She said their speciality is breakfast. She says, do you like a full English breakfast? And I said, I've been known to have a few full English breakfasts in my time. I said, so why not? Let's go for an all-day breakfast in a truck stop roadside diner at the side of the M1. Let's have a look around and let's mark it out of 10. Don't forget, I want you guys to mark it out of 10 as well, on looks and on price and on my facial expressions. Don't forget, by the way, this is a family run business and that is what it's all about at the moment, isn't it? I am doing other places as well, so don't have a go at me in the comment section if one place that I do isn't a family business, because I'll do as many as I can, but I'm also doing other places as well. Anyway, let's get in there. Enough waffle, more breakfast. Come on. Right, okay, so I've gone for the big breakfast, which is 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 eggs, 2 hash browns, mushrooms, black pudding, fried bread, beans, tomatoes and toast. You can have bread and butter if you want, 2 toast or 2 bread and butter, a tea or a coffee, all for £8.50. Now that is a full English breakfast, a proper one with fried bread for £8.50. That is a bargain, my friends. Right, my friends, so Cindy back there has cooked me this, Cindy's pod. So if you come in here, pop and say hi to Cindy. Bit camera shy, so I didn't stick a camera in her face. And before anybody says it, Cindy did not know I was coming in here. So this cost me £8.50 in total. I paid contactless. I think you take cash as well, don't you? Cash and contactless. You've got the choice. Pop and see Cindy. She's cooked it for me, flipped the eggs as well, so they don't look like a Haribo egg. Got the sausages on there, the bacon hidden under there as well. Proper fried bread, because I'm told that without fried bread, it's not a proper full English. Now, a lot of our customers are truckers, so this is a proper trucker's breakfast, my friends. So, take a closer look. Right, my friends, so we've got proper Heinz ketchup there in a huge bottle. Look at that, it's humongous. Proper HP sauce there as well. We've got butter for the bread and toast there as well, which is Lakeland butter. So we're going to go into this for a start. Let's go in for the sausage. Here's the sausages cooked through. There we go. Let's go in for a bit of the sausage. Nice bit of sausage there. Proper. Now we've got the hash browns on here. Hash browns, controversial, I like them, but hash browns, you know, people say, oh, fried bread over hash browns, but I say both. We've got the black pudding on there as well. We've also got the bacon here, so we've got bacon under here as well. Here's the bacon, there we go. There's the bacon, nice bit of bacon on there as well. So taste the bacon, not too much fat on there. Gorgeous. Got the mushrooms, not a pretentious portobello on that one. Actually, wow, the mushrooms are tasty. Right, I'm going to go in for the fried bread. There we go. It always reminds me of my dad. My dad loved a bit of fried bread. And you've got that, I love it when you cut into it and you get that. That's what I like, there we go, look at that. Get some beans on there, shall we, on the fried bread. Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, fried bread over hash browns any day. But, you know, hash browns, people see it, say, are American. We've got the tomatoes there with the beans. I would have used my sausages of breakwater in there, pop it in there. Tin tomatoes, which is what I like. Not a pretentious tomato that you get, cut in half. Don't mind that sometimes, it has its place on a different type of breakfast. But for this, proper trucker's breakfast, you've got to have the tin tomatoes. All in all, great. Let's cut into this egg, break the yolk. Have a look at this, my friends. Right, do you know what? I'm going to get a bit of HP going on here as well. There we go, bit of HP sauce. Can't fault a bit of HP. Get that around my fried bread. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, bit of brown sauce on the old fried bread there. Proper, that is. Yeah, excellent. There was a trucker actually outside who pulled in while I was filming all the B-roll, cleared and polished his off, and then on his way. And this is the kind of meal that keeps them truckers going all day. Right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, we're going to mark this out of 10. You're going to mark it out of 10 as well. Looks, price, price, £8.50, including a mug of builders. Love it. What a bargain. And remember, in this day and age as well, it's all about local family businesses. And this is a family business owned by, well, it's a wife and husband. It is, isn't it? Is it wife and husband owned? Yes. Wife and husband. You see, I said wife and husband, not husband and wife. It's wife and husband owned. There we go. Because you're doing all the work. He leaves her to do all the work. What's your husband's name? Mark. Mark, if you're watching, get yourself behind there. Get some work done. Come on, get the fry up on. Right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, that was absolutely smashing, my friends, absolutely spot on. So going to finish the rest of my tea, see you guys outside, but tell you what, thoroughly enjoyed that, really did. So pop in and come and say hi to Cindy. I'll see you guys outside in a minute. Right, let's get down to business, shall we? Well, first of all, it's people like Cindy that are the backbone of Britain, because it's a family-owned business, and that is who we should be supporting these days. I know we can't all do it all the time, and we do like our little treats, like I did with James May and Guy Ritchie's place, but I do like to pop in there and do as many family businesses as possible. Now, I wasn't going to have a breakfast today because I'm going to look like a full English breakfast and fish and chips. I wanted to do something different, but that is what she specialises in, so I thought it's only fair that I do the full English breakfast. So for me, I thought it was spot on, and £8.50, absolutely fantastic. The only thing I would change is a couple of things there, which you may have spotted. The tomatoes mixed with the beans. I would have used the sausage there as a breakwater. Don't like my tomatoes mixed with my beans. And also the sausages cut in half. I wouldn't cut the sausages in half, I like them whole. I don't like them cut in half, but a lot of people do that to make sure that they're cooked throughout. Other than that, absolutely fantastic. And by the way, Cindy was busy in there. There was a couple more truckers came in when I was coming out. So it's very popular with truckers, proper truck stop breakfast that. And £8.50, I mean, come on. And fried bread, everything on it. It was a proper full English breakfast that. I don't think there was anything missing off of that as a full English. You got your black pudding, you got your fried bread, you've got your hash browns, which are controversial. For me, spot on, really, really nice. And as I say, it's a family business, and that's what we should be supporting. I know we can't do it all the time. As I've said, I've been down to James May's place and Guy Ritchie's place, and I'm going to go and do Neil Morris's place as well. It's nice to have a little bit of a treat now and again, but as much as we can, support these family businesses that are the backbone of Britain. So for me, I'm going to go with a solid 8.9, I think, for that. Absolutely spot on. Junction 29 of the M1, the Pod Cafe. pop in if you're passing and go and say hi to Cindy. She was a bit camera shy, but there you go. When somebody runs in and walks in on you and just surprises you without notice with a camera, it can be a little bit daunting. That's all from me today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications when I upload new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep on trucking. Bye bye. Now then, my friends, hello. I hope you're all well. Now today we're off to, that's garbage, isn't it? That's just crap. Start again because it's rubbish. Cock blocker. Anyway, I've driven past a plaster, knobby, knobhead, cock blocking knobhead. Now then, my friends, a couple of videos ago I did a now then, my friends, kerfuffle. Now then, quick question for you. I did a video with James Mayin. Now then, quick question for you. A couple of videos ago, I did a video on that's garbage as well. Not feeling it this morning. Not feeling it this morning. Come on.